Today, let's continue our chat about the Talmud. Did you know, within Jewish culture, there's this perspective. The reason some people remain poor isn't because they aren't earning money, but because they choose to let it sit idle. Imagine this hard-earned cash, when piled up, isn't it just like turning a lively spring in your life into a stagnant pond? The truly wealthy, their wisdom lies in keeping their money moving and investing, searching for ways to maximize its potential. We often hear parents advise their children, earning money is hard, spend it wisely. While well-intentioned, such advice might foster an overly cautious and miserly mentality. But delve deep into Jewish wisdom, and you'll find a unique perspective. The Talmud distinctly mentions that God endows us with wealth, hoping that we use it to appreciate the world's beauty and enjoy life's myriad pleasures. This isn't merely about spending, it's a profound love and respect for life. So, saving isn't just about hoarding till the end of time, but utilizing it to create and experience more joys. There's a tale of a young man pausing in front of a department store, eyes filled with longing for the dazzling items within. Nearby, an elderly Jewish man gracefully puffs on an expensive cigar. Approaching politely, the young man remarks, "Sir, your cigar smells divine. It looks like it costs a couple of bucks each. Must be quite an extravagance to smoke several a day. How long have you been smoking these?" The older man, with a smile, responds, "Over 40 years. The youth chuckles. "Just imagine, had you saved the money from these cigars 40 years ago, you might own this entire store by now." The elder replies, with a faint smile, "Young man, this store is actually mine." A simple story, but it reveals the distinct Jewish mindset towards wealth. Here's another lesser-known story about a man named Bill Saunoff. Years ago, Bill, along with his 6 siblings, squeezed into a cramped apartment in New York slums. Their poverty was indescribable, relying on their father's occasional odd jobs. But life, whether in poverty or affluence, always moves on. One morning, when Bill was 15, his father, eyes filled with hope and concern, called him over. "Son, you're not a little boy anymore. You need to carve your future." Bill nodded as if to say, "I understand." His father continued, "I've tried all my life, always feeling it wasn't enough. I saved, hoping to leave something for you all. Look at us, still in these slums." He gently patted Bill's shoulder. "I wish you'd choose a different path, engage in business like our Jewish neighbors. Perhaps commerce could change our fate. Don't be like me, saving endlessly with no change." Bill, deeply moved, chose the path of commerce. Starting small with relentless trials and learning, he forged his way. Maybe Jewish blood carries innate business acumen, but with his dedication and wit, in just 3 years, Bill transformed from a small trader to a well-known local merchant. His family's living conditions vastly improved. 2 years later, the tiny apartment in the slum became a mere memory. By the 7th year, he had purchased an entire building in New York. This story underscores a profound insight. When Jews have some money, they don't just stash it away. They seek ways to keep it circulating in the market, seizing opportunities, allowing it to multiply. So when Jews have idle funds, they're already brainstorming how to keep that money flowing in the market. In the UK, there once was a Jewish man named Alan. When he first set foot on this land, he was just a humble employee working for someone else. But with his wit and perseverance, Alan began to amass a modest wealth and set out on his business journey. However, as his enterprise grew, so did his need for capital. And so he approached the financial giants, the banks, for loans. It was during this process that he realized a stark truth. In the world of finance, those who lend often reap enormous profits with minimal effort. Alan recognized that banks made money effortlessly Because they controlled the flow of funds and decided where the money went. He pondered, why not become a conductor of this capital flow myself? Why not try my hand at lending? With his business background, Alan knew many entrepreneurs who needed funds but struggled against the bank's stringent loan approval processes. This presented Alan with a lucrative gap in the market. He seized this opportunity, venturing into the lending business, making it easier for businesses in dire need of funds. He ingeniously borrowed money from banks at low interest rates and then loaned it out at much higher rates, pocketing the substantial difference. And so, Alan's business snowballed. His wealth skyrocketed in this ocean of finance. Eventually, he no longer needed to handle any business personally. By harnessing the magic of finance, he achieved his dream of truly passive income. The allure of business lies in its innovative nature, constantly creating and expanding value. When money flows and grows, it presents endless possibilities, driving the global economy. In contrast, merely hoarding cash might limit us to a confined space, becoming chains around our spirit. Understanding the fluidity of wealth isn't to undermine the value of saving. After all, frugality is a virtue, but excessive conservatism might dull our sensitivity to future opportunities, making us hesitant to take the leap. The truly wealthy are those who dare to invest, dare to take risks, and embody a rich mindset. If you find these insights enlightening and wish to support me, I'd love for you to subscribe. You'll be the first to receive my latest reflections and musings. More importantly, if you're willing, hit that share button. Spread this joy of growth with those who mean the most to you.